welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So we are here to continue on with our recruit. Hopefully, we can get a few missions in. We can get them up to level 40 tonight, and actually get our ship up to its max tier before all the bonuses start to apply. So we would get an extra engineering slot, an extra tactical slot. Tactical slot already have set up or ready. Engineering, I can decide basically anything I want to do with that one. But yeah. So last we left off, we had just discovered the listening posts on Fifth Horror. I don't know if the H is silent or not. I don't remember listening to it when it happened. Now we're chasing down the Raymonds. These like cut screens, splash screens in between loading always give away so much information.
Citizens of the Federation and her allies, it is my honor to introduce the official Starfleet Ships of the Line Museum. This undertaking made possible by
best thing that I saw.
Educate the galaxy at large about the history of some of the greatest ships to serve in Starfleet, and allow you to look at full-size replicas of the ships, lovingly recreated and restored. Please, take your time and peruse this look back at our history. I know that I, myself, have already spent several days staring in wonder at these pieces of the past, preserved and revived for this day. After one standard Earth Day, the exhibit will move to several museums and galleries around the galaxy. But it will be visible once a year above Earth Space Dock and Deep Space Nine on this most important date.
I don't know why they kept on going. And I was in a train of thought right before he went to his full speech. By the way, you guys might notice there is less sound in my background. I've had the industrial-sized fans removed from my house. Yay! So not have to worry about that anymore. when they say micronebula, they definitely mean micronebula.
Ah, you're a good distance out of your Federation's territory, aren't you? Offer no aid or assistance to these Riemann rebels and leave this system immediately. If you do so, I can overlook your intrusion into an internal affair. Otherwise, I would be forced to see your presence here as an invasion of Romulan territory. That would be unfortunate. For you.
You were saying? Follow the follow the Riemann Scout. Oh, I haven't seen one of these in a long time. Let's find to stop the opportunity before he takes out the resistance for good. Stream stats seem to show that I wasn't actually streaming, but I am. Time to fuse the power cores. Tell me about your life here.
The nights are cold, and there's not enough food. It is a place like any other. For now we are safe from the Tal Shiar, but I fear that will soon change.
Why are you fighting the Romulans?
My wife was working on a mining ship. This was not a military vessel. It had no weapons and limited shields. It was not in restricted space, and it threatened no one. The Tal Shiar captured it, and questioned everyone on the crew for weeks. My wife died screaming in a Tal Shiar interrogation chamber. I fight for her.
And what do you want when this conflict ends?
What do I want? I cannot answer that question. All I wanted, all I will ever want, died with my wife.
Why do you follow Obisek?
Obisek has a vision. He wants all Remans to be free from Romulan oppression. He wants us to have a world of our own, and not to have to beg for scraps from the Romulans' tables. Obisek will lead us to victory. I, for one, am happy to fight at his side.
Are these people here who aren't happy with Obersek's leadership?
Many of the people here have lost family members to the Tal Shiar. It's hard to be happy about anything when all you're thinking about is what you don't have.
What do you want out of this war?
I want out. I will fight by Obisek's side until we are free. But then, I want to explore. I've had enough of despair. There are hundreds of ships that need a capable warrior. I will find one of them, leave this space, and never look back. Perhaps I will join the crew of a Klingon vessel. Obisek has a vision. He wants...
Tell me about your life here.
The nights are cold, and there's not enough food.
Same guy. This guy, I think. Wherever he went. Oh, hey. Yeah, same guy. Why don't you want us here?
Obasek says we must trust you. He says we need allies and that your contacts in the Federation will help us. I am wary of the Federation, for they have always been our enemies. But I am willing to trust that you will look to the mutual interest of all our kind.
Why do you think Obasek is wrong?
I am old and I have seen much. I fought with Shinzon and he was obsessed with outsiders. He risked everything in a useless attack on the Federation. If he had thought more about our people and less about his hatred for humans, we would control the Empire today. Instead, we have nothing. This is what comes from dealing with outsiders.
What do you want?
I want peace and I want quiet. All of my friends and family are dead. I have no stake in this rebellion. I fight because that is all I know how to do. But this battle is my last. When it is over, I will find some place dark. And I will stay there for the rest of my days.
Is this guy here to talk to, or?
Obasek has a vision. He wants all...
This place won't be safe forever. We have to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. Prepare the... Ah, it's you. Welcome to the heart of the Resistance, little spy. There is so much for us to discuss, and so little time. The Tal Shiar have discovered this, our last refuge. They will be here soon, and my people and I will have to fight for our lives. Yet one question remains. Will you be our friend, or our enemy? My hope is that you are here to talk. But I am prepared for the alternative. The Tal Shiar could arrive at any time. Speak quickly.
Why are you doing this? Why fight the Tal Shiar?
Why? You ask why? This place is one of the last sanctuaries left to my people, and even it is lost to us now. The Romulans have driven us from our homes, destroyed our ships, and captured or killed our loved ones. They seek to exterminate us, and we will not go quietly. Understand, I do not want this war. I want freedom for my people. It is the Romulans and the Dark Masters they serve who have caused this. Now they must suffer the consequences. Is there anything else you wish to ask?
Did Sela order these attacks?
This campaign of terror is the Tal Shiar's doing, not the Empress's. Still, Sela does nothing to stop it. There is little love between the Empress and the Tal Shiar. Did you know that many years ago, she was exiled from Romulus for attempting to assassinate the head of their order? The Tal Shiar have their own masters, and Sela despises what she cannot control. Is there anything else you wish to ask?
Why do you think the Tal Shiar is doing this?
Hakiv and the Tal Shiar no longer serve the Empire. The demons of air and darkness are their masters now. They whisper in the night for chaos and despair, and Hakiv gives them blood as tribute. Our blood. Is there anything else you wish to ask?
Tell me more about these demons.
I have never seen one of these demons, and I will not speak their name, but I know they exist. Eons ago, they ruled this part of the galaxy. After thousands of years of tyranny and death, the races they ruled rose up against them, driving them from their home world into unexplored space. We thought they had been destroyed. We were wrong. The demons of air and darkness survive, and they hunger for revenge. Is there anything else you wish to ask?
Do you still have the Thalaron weapons?
A small supply. They are terrible things. Weapons of war so horrible, they should have never been invented at all. But they were. And my enemies are great. If I must resort to barbarism to free my people, that is not too high of a price to pay. Is there anything else you wish to ask?
Have you tried to find peaceful solutions?
There will be no peace. Not while Hakiv lives. This is not a problem that can be solved by diplomacy. Hakiv kills my people, I kill his. That is how it will be, until one of us is dead. Is there anything else you wish to ask?
What do you want from me?
We need your help. Talk to Starfleet Command. Tell them what you have seen. Tell them if my people are to survive, we need assistance. Starships, soldiers, medicine, protection for the refugees. I'm asking for the Federation's aid. You claim to be an organization dedicated to freedom for all peoples. Tell me, will you help my people now? Is there anything else you wish to ask?
Surrender, and I'll see that you are treated fairly.
I was afraid you would try something foolish. I understand why you have made this decision, but to attempt to detain me in my own stronghold... Surely your instructors at Starfleet Academy trained you better than that. It saddens me we will part on such hostile terms. We could have done great things together. But while I appreciate the moral quandary with which you wrestle, I am afraid my friends here will not. Farewell. If we meet again, perhaps you will reconsider your position.
I sympathize with Obasek's plight, but I do not know if we will be able to assist him. He has no proof of these demons that he claims are directing Hakiv's actions. Without that, becoming directly involved in this conflict would be a violation of the Prime Directive. We will protect the Federation, offer aid to the refugees, and keep this conflict from spilling over into our territory. But if Obasek and his followers are going to continue this fight, they will do so without Starfleet support. I have
Congratulations, Captain.
My contacts tell me that Starfleet has rejected my request for military assistance. That is regrettable, but not unexpected. The Tal Shiar are formidable opponents, as are the forces directing their action. I understand why the Federation would hesitate to engage them directly. So today I appeal to you, not as an ally in battle, but as a person of compassion. My people need your help. I need your help. One of our ships was carrying a load of Thalaron weapons through the Nopata system. That ship has disappeared. There are no indications there was a battle. It's as if my ship and its cargo simply vanished. I know you have your reservations about the lengths to which I will go to secure the freedom of my people. Tell me, if you do not trust me with Thalaron weapons, do you want Hakiv to have them? I can provide you with the last coordinates of the vessel. Please help me. Do what you will with the weapons, if they survive. But find my people. The Riemann Resistance is very much in need of your help.
This is a mission that I am going to grab the walkthrough for. I just don't like doing math, especially when you've done it 1,000 times. Wow, it's taking forever to load up. Some of these missions I'm actually kind of surprised in how long they are when you actually are paying attention to the text. have an attack offer to do this. I'd rather just shoot it. I can actually close that out. It's a weird clock noise. Turn to the ship. Where am I? Now what?
Fail to comply with command.
Now we fight, or we die. Make sure you pick up a melee weapon. All of your gear is deactivated, and I won't protect you in there.
What are these weapons over here?
I've never seen those weapons used before by anyone in the arena. I think the mercenaries who act as the occasional guard thought that those weapons might actually be worth something, unlike the beat-up ones they let us use. My best guess is that they're looking to sell them at some point when their contract here is up for some extra money.
Remember to equip your new weapon.
punishment.
Don't seem to see the temporal probe anywhere. Just because I missed it in there. Didn't see it around here, did I? If I remember right, this temporal probe is hidden somewhere.
What do you want?
Stomach, how did you get here after escaping from Installation 18?
I remember you as well. It seems your prison break, however well-intentioned, just ended up the same way. It's enough to make me think that I keep picking the wrong side. After escaping the installation, I joined up with a freighter. We were passing near this system when we were snared by a satellite and drifted into the planet's atmosphere. The ship crashed, and even though I activated an emergency transporter to beam several of us to the planet's surface, we were captured almost immediately by a group of soldiers. Since then, I've been stuck in this cage, watching my former crewmates fight and die in this arena. Now I'm the only one left alive. That is all I know.
Soldiers? Oh, what kind of soldiers?
I don't know who is responsible for this place. The trainers and the guards all appear to be mercenaries, without any clue about what's going on. They're paid to keep us in cages and look the other way. The night I was brought in, I was interrogated. There were bright lights in my eyes and a synthetic voice asking me questions. Whoever it was took care to conceal his identity.
Was that the first time you were interrogated?
No. I have been questioned by these people several times before. My reluctance to answer their questions earned me this shock collar. Refusal to help them now is quite painful. Interestingly enough, this was the first time I've been questioned about another participant in the arena. They asked how you treated me, and if you had said anything about why you were here. They even wanted to know if I thought we could become friends. Someone thinks you are very important.
Why would they want to know these things?
I have no idea what they want with us, or why they make us fight. This all seems like some sort of giant game, but there is no one in the stands to be entertained.
Am I the only person you've been paired with?
I've had several partners in my battles. You are the only one about which I've been questioned. You must have impressed our masters. I know you have impressed me.
Are we the only ones here?
I think there are others. I hear other fights. If there are other prisoners, I have never been able to contact them. We are kept separated and caged unless we are fighting.
Is there any way out of here?
The trainers carry key cards. That's the only way I know to get through the defenses.
Do you know how we can get one of these cards?
Can I trust you?
Yeah.
I can see that we think the same way, friend. A few years ago, I worked as a bodyguard for a Ferengi merchant. He had a talent for acquiring latinum. And during my time with him, I learned a few things. I was able to lift a key card from one of the trainers during my interrogation. If you help me, I think we can overpower the guards and escape through the main door in the arena.
Let's get out of here.
activated. A hollow released.
We need more help! I'll try to free the other prisoners. You fight the worms! Use the consoles on the sides of the arena to fight the Elder Worm! Just like last time. Use the remaining console on the side of the arena to fight the Elder Worm.
This is all too convenient.
There's another set of consoles by the metal wall. Use them while the worm is distracted. I've been hit. I can't continue, my friend. You'll need to protect me.
Right, sometimes it's in here. So not in here, so we've at least checked everything up to this point. What the heck?
The worm destroyed the metal wall! Run! That's our way out!
Alright, hopefully I don't have to do this mission again.
Romulan base? Here? What did they want with us? What is that device?
for some reason don't see it. Texture. There's data on me in there. I don't know whether to be flattered or disgusted. Prisoner 1478. we've learned all we can here. Let's get out of here.
Watch out. There are Romulan Scorpion fighters overhead. They're looking for us. We need to move quickly and smartly to avoid detection. I recommend we head to the east. See that mountain in the distance? My ship crashed on the other side. It may have something we can use to signal your vessel. The search for us will only get more intense the longer we stay here. We need to get away from the arena as quickly as possible.
Alright, away from the arena we go.
There's a fighter heading straight for us. Quick, take cover in those dark rocks over there, and wait for it to pass overhead. Stay still and wait for that fighter to pass overhead. If we are fortunate, they won't detect us. They didn't see us. Let's move on. I can't go on. My injuries from the arena are too painful. We need to find a place to rest for a moment.
So we shall rest out in the open.
Forgive me, my friend, but the pain... I need to rest, just for a moment. My wounds are agonizing. I fear the worm's venom may have infected me. The pain is excruciating. My vision is blurred, and my blood burns in my veins. Before we were captured, my science officer said that the local plants here have medicinal qualities. Please, I need your help. Find something to ease my suffering. I need something to disinfect my wound, something to treat my fever, and anything that will ease my pain. Thank you, my friend. I know that I would have died today if it weren't for you.
I'll see what I can find. Not really a scientist, but this plant. Alright, I mean that looks promising. What about this bark over here? Alright, anything else look like it might be medicinal? Alright, we just need to find more. Oh, the ship's flying so close to me. I'm surprised they haven't seen me. It's not like I'm hiding in pitch black here out here. tree bark. Looks about the same as the other one, but tricorder says it's healthy, so we'll go with it. Alright, well this grenade grunt found some stuff for you. Hopefully this works.
I'm feeling better now. I think I can continue.
Good.
Now that we're in the canyon, we shouldn't have to worry about the fighters anymore. Just the local wildlife. Keep your eyes open.
If this was a safe place from the fighters, why didn't we come here to begin with? Keep up, my friend. I hope my flashy pinkness doesn't draw attention to us. Are you still following me? I know how you like to get lost. I forgot. This guy doesn't like you to take shortcuts. By the way, how is that plant or that building not noticed from space?
The weather isn't going to hold out for too much longer. We should look for a place to spend the night. I've noticed that there are things we can gather along the way to make our night more pleasant. The search patrols are moving on. We will not survive a night in this desert. We need to find shelter and safety. If we can scavenge provisions to create a camp, we'll have a better chance of reaching the wreckage of my ship alive.
What do we need?
The temperature is dropping. If we don't find warmth, we risk hypothermia. We can't use a phaser on the rocks here to heat them. They're too porous. We will need firewood. Look to the dry plants. If we can collect tinder, kindling, and logs, we will be able to create a fire that will last through the night.
Alright. Now I'm a lumberjack. Come on, Slimek, let's go. He dug himself back in. He'll catch up, hopefully. Come on. Let's go. Hello. Alright. Hopefully that's fine.
That should last us. Let's get into this cave before the temperature drops even more.
It's been a very, very long time since I've seen those worms pop up in this mission. Maybe I missed one in the worm fight.
The temperature is dropping rapidly now. This cave should protect us from the elements. I've done some exploring. It looks like this cave continues when the sun rises side of the mountain. We could save time and energy by using the passage instead of trying to find a path over the mountain. Excellent. The passage saved us hours. This could be a good day. Let's find my ship. My ship isn't far from here. I think I can make out smoke from the wreckage on the horizon. There she is. She wasn't much to look at, but she was ours. And when we were flying through space, we were free. Perhaps she can help us one last time. We should check to see if the emergency beacon survived the crash. But, in the likely event it didn't, we might be able to piece together some components to create a makeshift emergency beacon.
Alright. Send some pulses to the ship. That is our goal.
Did you think you could run? From me? There is no place where I cannot find you. My spies are everywhere. Prisoner 1478, take your place. You did your job admirably. It is good to know at least one Riemann understands who is the master and who is the slave. The loss of the listening post was a minor setback. The Riemann's refuge in the Dera system has been destroyed. Dozens of subjects have been tested in my arena. When the Iconians return, they will find I have done all they have asked, and more. But you will not be there on that dreaded day. This tiresome game ends now. You could have been such a fascinating test subject, but this time, no. This time I think a more direct approach is best. Ready? Aim. No!
I apologize for Slamic's action. I had no idea there was a traitor in our midst. If his actions caused harm to you or your crew, forgive me. That was not my intent. However, your trip to the Nopata system was not in vain. Now you see. Now you know. Hakiv is a pawn of a greater power. The demons of air and darkness are here. You should report to your superiors. Tell them what you have seen here. Open their eyes to the dangers that lurk in the shadows.
Congratulations, Captain.
Starfleet Intelligence has completed its analysis of the data you recovered in the Nopata system. There is a 67.47% chance that the Iconians are using the Tal Shiar as a way to influence the Romulan Star Empire, and that their persecution of the Riemans is directly related to this. Command is considering lending assistance to Obasek and his forces. But before we come into direct conflict with the Romulans, we want to try a more discreet approach. The data indicates that Hakiv is operating out of the Brea system. Long-range sensor scans indicate that there may be a major Tal Shiar installation there. We want you to infiltrate this system, apprehend Hakiv, and destroy the Tal Shiar's base. Hakiv must not escape. He may be the only person who knows how extensive the Iconian influence in Romulan space is. I have new missions for you.
All right. This will definitely be the last mission of the night, but this will hit us up to 40. So I'm happy with that. And it'll finish out the Romulan arc. I think... Let me check my little sheet of paper here.
We have arrived in the Brea system. Preliminary scans show automated defenses and a handful of Romulan ships, most likely Tal Shiar vessels. If we're going to reach that planet and beam down safely, we'll have to breach the Romulan defenses. The weapons platforms are probably short range, but we must disable the satellites and any enemy ships in orbit. or any away team that we send to the planet will be in immediate danger. Tactically, it would be wise to draw off the ships and engage them separately from the fixed defenses. The Zedenia is prepared to assist you in the attack when you are ready.
Enemy vessel, you are in Romulan space. Leave immediately, or you will be destroyed.
I have to admit, one of my favorite things about this mission is turning turrets against people.
Long-range sensors show that Tal Shiar reinforcements are closing on this location. We must be swift. The Tal Shiar base is mobilizing. We need to hurry if we're going to have any chance to find Hakiv and his Iconian connections. I'll meet you on the surface. We have a problem. The Tal Shiar are trying to jam transporters, and particle leakage from the strange technology here is affecting our targeting sensors. My scientists can't identify the type of particles yet, but several of my troops are reporting in from different locations. Transporters are being diverted. You're on your own for the moment. My scans show that the Tal Shiar have secured some areas of this base with force fields. You'll have to disable them, or find ways around them. Hakiv will be somewhere well defended, but we have him cornered now.
Alright. supposed to be a... Hopefully I didn't miss it. Alright, where are you? Quite rude. Couldn't you see I was talking to my bridge officer? Oh, man, guy can't try to command the battlefield in peace without being shot at. Seemed like overkill. Good job, man.
None of this matters. We just need to open the gate, bring the Iconians here, and it will be over.
That was Taurus's plan, too. And you saw how that ended for her.
We finally have the opportunity. Victory is within our grasp.
You call this victory? It's over. This is done. You're done.
No! We can still finish. You're the cause of all of this! You don't even understand what you've walked into. You're too late to stop it. A lowly being such as yourself cannot even recognize the true power the Iconians represent. And that any future will depend on a place in their regime. All you've done is arrive in time for the end of existence as you know it. Call as many reinforcements as I need.
Not now. My ship has put an interference field around this plaza. It's over.
You think you've stopped me? The Iconians already know. They know everything. They'll be here soon. And nothing you've done will make a difference. It's not over.
It's over for you.
Weren't we supposed to capture him to find out what information he did know?
To Riemann independence will be long and bloody, but this is a significant step. While I do not seek your approval of my methods, the crossing of our paths has been fortuitous. It's a pity you cannot aid us further in our liberation. You have my respect, and the respect of my crew. If in the future we encounter one another again as allies, I would find this gratifying. I must return to the Zedinia. I recommend you finish what you came to do and leave quickly.
In there? Oh, is it in here? Must be out in space. Let's hope it's out in space. Set up an explosion.
flagship. I'm trying to hold her off, but the Zedenia is no match for a ship of that class. You'd better return to your vessel quickly.
Enemies of the Romulan people, this insurrection will not stand. Your hostile actions against the Romulan colony world are acts of war. Surrender now, and you and your crews will be very
We have our work cut out for us. I will assist you. After all, we face a common foe. Sensors are reading a gate opening. There's a ship coming through. Can't get a sensor lock on it. They're taking the Leoval in tow. They're heading back through the gate.
Right, destroy the gate. Though I do want to find where this... Is it showing up on the map? Oh, I just saw it. Okay. I do see it. Oh, there we are. Why, the Telshar isn't terribly fond of sharing.
Starfleet will continue the search for Seela's vessel, but as of right now, we have no idea where the Iconians took her, or if she went willingly. I find this turn of events disturbing. Seela's absence will throw the Romulan Star Empire into even greater chaos. We have found that the Romulans are at their most dangerous when their backs are against the wall. Like wounded Salot cats, they will strike out at anyone in reach, and the Federation may bear the brunt of their fury. The return of the Iconians could change everything. I have
Congratulations, Admiral.
Thank you, Admiral. I'll return to Earth shortly.
The Federation has offered the Riemann Resistance humanitarian aid, and we are working with them to find diplomatic solutions to their disputes with the Romulans. Obasek has asked to speak with you. You can meet his ship in the Hakona system. And once again, please accept my congratulations on a job well done. I have new missions for you.
Just gonna finish off the Romulan storyline.
I fight for my people. We will be free.
Why have you returned to the vault?
Our base in the Dara system was heavily damaged by the Tal Shiar. We have reactivated the vault, and we will continue to rebuild it. A place that was once used to create weapons of war will now be a home, where all are welcome. We will be free.
What about the Romulan refugees who live in the vault?
I have no quarrel with them. My people fought for freedom and for peace. We can learn to live with the Romulans, if they will learn to live with us. We will be free.
Do you know what happened to Seela?
I do not. I know the Romulan military is searching for her, but there have been no indications of where the demons took her, or what their plans for her are. We will be free.
Do you think Seela was working with the Iconians?
My instincts tell me no, but I have no proof. Seela was at odds with the Tal Shiar. I do not think it would have been so if they served the same master. We will be free.
What are the Romulans doing now that Seela has disappeared?
The petty arguments and plays for power Seela crushed have begun anew. There are dozens who wish to rule the Empire. It will take some time before a new leader arises. Until then, much blood will be shed. We will be free.
One of your resistance fighter asked to join my crew.
I wish him well. I never wanted to rule my people, and I put no restrictions on their freedom. If there are Remans who wish to rebuild their lives elsewhere, they are welcome to do so. We will be free.
And what will you do now?
My people are free, but there is much more to do. The Romulans hate and fear us, and we do not have a planet to call our own. I do not think our fight is over. We will be free.
No, I don't have any more questions.
Farewell, my friend. I would welcome the chance to fight by your side again. We will.
Commander Sarish Minna of Deep Space Nine has requested your assistance with a delicate matter involving Cardassia and Bajor.
I'm just gonna grab that for right now. So we're gonna go talk to the ship master. Probably have to get a ship. either one of these really care. So we'll head back to Seoul. So the next set of missions I'm going to do, starting out tomorrow, most likely. I'm actually going to do the Drazana missions, and the main reason, as I've discussed before, is that they actually introduce you story-wise to the True Way. Technically, there's been little its and bitsy pieces here and there about the True Way, and I really think the Drazana missions are probably best fit as early as possible. Really no time frame of when they go in. None of the missions there actually refer to any others. The only reference to those missions is on the Temporal Story, where Scotty goes, "I've seen you before," but that's more timey-wimey stuff. My character wouldn't have known at that point that he's met Scotty before, so that's basic kind of how that falls into place. So yeah, going to do the Drazana missions next. And then after the Drazana missions, we will do the Cardassian missions. And after doing the Cardassian missions, we will then go into the second wave missions. And then after the second wave, we're going to do the Breen missions, the Defari missions. And those are all of the secondary, thirdary, whatever you want to call them, missions. I do believe originally, I do know that the Breen missions were directly after the Cardassian missions in the original storyline. Though in the original, when I say original storyline, the way the game was, or everything was set up, back in 9-10 years ago, I do believe, I may be wrong, I may be remember wrong, just because at that point in the game, once you hit 50, you were basically done going through the storyline. So there might be a possibility that the Borg was after the Cardassian, I just don't remember correctly. But I do believe the Borg missions were before the Cardassian missions, mainly because they were in the Alpha Quadrant up here. In their own little sector space on the map, but they were generally up there. Or maybe I'm wrong. Now that I'm starting to think about it, I don't think those, or that area, that sector showed up until after you got to the Cardassian missions. It doesn't really matter at this point because they changed everything. But yeah, so regardless, next time, Drazana missions, start those. Probably going to be pretty fast on those, just because they're minimal voice acting in those. I if I remember right, because it was before Star Trek Online did a lot of voice acting. I guess I'll get a reminder on it. I guess they have Scotty's voice, so I guess there's some.
Citizens of the Federation.
Thank you, Mr. President. But yeah, so I am going to go get a random ship and then prepare for leveling up to 40 to Rear Admiral. So if you have been watching, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more, feel free to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching again. I hope you have a good day. Bye.